The last video I made, remember, we replaced this whole unit from the M113 engine of the Mercedes ML500, and the reason for it was because this mating surface right here, right down the middle, was leaking oil despite changing the O-rings 3 times. Now, when I took it apart, I had noticed that there was actually pitting corrosion on the contact surface of this flat part of the oil cooler where the O-rings went. So what I'm going to do today, I'm going to attempt to fix this through sanding. I'm going to use a 6-inch orbital sander. And the grits that we're going to move up in size will be starting at 600, then we will go to 1200, and then we will go to 2000 to make a nice polished surface and ideally get rid of these pits. So let me show you what I'm talking about here. So the first thing we're going to do is get a T30 bit and separate the cooler from the oil filter housing. Now these are not very tight because last time I brought this here, it had oil and dirt and grime on it. So what I did is I cleaned it. So it should be pretty clean already. And last but not least, I mean, can you just buy a cooler? Yeah. But I did that, and the thing is that even a new cooler came with pits right on the mating surface. It might be just my luck that that was the case, but like I said, I do want to attempt to fix this. So what we're going to do, I don't know if you can see it. See it? Look at these pits. Can you see them? Exactly where the O-ring goes. That's why we're actually going to sand this down right now. So let's start. Like I said, we're going to start with a 600, and we're also going to sand. Well, you'll see how we're going to do this. First thing we're going to do, though, is we're going to plug these holes with some paper towel so that no debris or metal goes in it, so that we don't contaminate the oil once we reuse this. So stand by. All right, so here we go. We're going to go nice and light. And just stay on the work surface. You'll notice, you see where it's sanding at? I'm using a sticky back, as you can tell. All right, let's continue. I'm putting a gentle pressure on it. Okay, here we go. 3rd disc. Okay, it looks like we are almost there. I don't know if you can see it. There's only one small pit right there left. See it? For this port, anyway, no, there's some right here also, but very little. But on this side here, there's still plenty. There's going to be one right here, some right here also. So what we're going to do, we're going to get this a few more shots until those pits are gone, and then we'll move to the 1200 and 2000. Let me give a better angle here. There we go. Okay, I gotta tell you, I am pretty happy with the surface. There's one tiny pit right here. You probably can't see it. But I'm very pleased with it. I could tell you right now, this surface looks a heck of a lot better than it did when we first started. I did the 9 or 10 sheets. This is my this is my 9th sheet at 600, and I am super happy. I am super happy how it is. We can now move to. So we can now move to the polishing part. But before I do that, I actually want to hit this. I want to hit this a little bit too, where this mating surface is as well, because just to clean the context. Nothing crazy, see? So that it mates good. I don't want to remove too much material because it's not nearly as important as this surface right here. Okay, so I'm happy with it. So we can now all right. Look at that. That's what corrosion in aluminum looks like, but this is not part of where the O-ring goes, so I'm not too concerned about this right now. So long as the mating surface where the O-rings goes is the part that matters are clean. Okay, let's move on to 1500 grit. Okay, it's not 1500, it's actually 1200, but I gotta tell you, I'm fairly confident that even with just the 600, it's if I was to use this oil cooler with the assembly, this thing would not leak. So let's see how it comes out with the 1200. Look at that. I honestly thought that this surface was aluminum. It's actually steel, and this is why it's polishing pretty good. And, well, I think it's steel. I'm not sure. It's not ferrous steel where you could put a magnet to it. More like stainless steel. Otherwise, aluminum would have eaten it up a lot faster. But anyway, let's continue. What do you think? 1200 grit. Looks pretty good, huh? Look at that. No more pits. I see no more pits. And this is what a newly purchased cooler it's supposed to look like. And if you guys are interested in what the part number for this cooler, which is also made by Bear, the same company. Can you see the part numbers? See it? There's actually 2 part numbers for whatever reason. But it's made by Bear. It's the same company of the oil cooler and oil filter housing that I just installed on the car. Look at that. I love this finish. Let's go ahead and hit with this with 1200 as well. More for finishing than anything else. I don't want to remove it. We're not removing metal here. We're just polishing surfaces so that it cleans up nice. They bind nice. Okay. Ooh, feels good, even with a glove. All right, let's switch to, well, we'll do one more disc of 1200, see how it comes out. This is the second, and I think the only other 1200 disc I'm gonna do on these surfaces. Then I'm gonna, don't do what I just did. And then I'm gonna move to 2000 and see how that comes out. Let's do it. Look at that, beautiful. It looks beautiful. I'm super happy about it. I'm actually eager to test it out. See how it holds on a Mercedes, if it's leaks or not. All right, you know what? Let's go ahead and hit this one last time with 1200. And we can now switch to 2000. Here is the 2000 grit. All right. Do a couple of discs of this. I like it. What do you think, huh? What do you think? Is this thing gonna leak? This surface, I gotta tell you, it's pretty stiff, so I'm not too worried about warping too much or doing the sanding. And besides, it does occupy the whole surface, so it should be all right. It shouldn't. It should have kept the surface pretty straight, and it does look like it. So. Look, she is a beauty, almost mirror-like. Look at that. You can see yourself. Okay, we're gonna do one last, well, let's hit this too with 2000. So we polish this up too. See what I mean? Look at this corrosion. Look at this pit. Look at this pitting right here. That's what aluminum does. I encounter this in the aviation world all the time. But in the aviation world, we have to get rid of this, whereas I'm not too concerned with a car. Okay, we'll do one last, look at this. Look at all this pitting corrosion right here. Look at this. Incredible, isn't it? Look at it. Look at all that pitting. But it's all right. The O-ring goes in here, and so long as this surface here is again without pits, we should be all right. All right, so we'll do one last disc on 2000, and we're gonna call it a day. Now, ideally, what you want to do is actually don't put a disc. I'm a rookie, so I don't really do a whole lot of sanding. But I understand that you don't want to be doing this while the air hose is connected. Okay, it should be good. One last disc. Let's do it. I'm happy. Look at that. Beautiful. All right. What do you think? All right. Well, my friend, that is it. And I got to tell you, I am super pleased with it. What do you think? Doesn't it look good? I think it does. Leave a comment in the comment section below. Give me your opinion on what you think of this I mean, what do you think? Was this a waste of time or actually worth doing it? The thing is that for me, it was worth doing it because I like doing this kind of work. And I gotta tell you, the surfaces look beautiful. Before there used to be an air gap when I used to look in between. Now I don't see an air gap at the two contact surfaces anymore, which tells me this thing is gonna mate and seal beautifully. All right, guys, I better change my clothes. If I go home like this, my wife is gonna kill me, so I'm gonna have to go change my uniform. But other than that, guys, other than that, my friend, thank you. Thank you for doing this with me. Thank you for watching. As always, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Remember to subscribe to the channel, share with your friends. And I'm actually looking forward to putting new O-rings on this thing, putting it all back together and putting it back in the car and see how it goes. We will see you on the next one. Take care.